Hello. Lovely day we're having. Enjoy the rain. Welcome, everybody. I have been just playing around in the world. Didn't really record anything. In hindsight, I maybe should have. I decided to play around with some of the new blocks. Uh-oh. No, we're good. I'm having some frame drop issues in the world. I'm not sure why. But I went around and I replaced most of the brick with these mud bricks. I also ripped up the cobble and introduced some andesite. And also kind of went around and changed some of these blocks as well. As when I built this, there were no andesite slabs or anything like that. Also updated the fountain. These villagers were getting stuck in the fountain, and they were just, getting bobbing in there. And there used to be these things. Kind of used to look like this, I think. Something like that. So I ripped those out. Used to have some flowing water, so I kind of extended it out a little bit and did the waterloggy thing, which we didn't have before. That goes down to the sewer, I'm pretty sure. So in order to do this, get rid of the rain, I suppose. Silly of me to start an episode while it's raining. I needed to get mud. And I didn't know a great way of doing it. These are supposed to turn on only at night. It appears some of them are on all the time. Oh, this is lovely. Walking on these, I like that. So yeah, this is what it used to look like. And then this. Just 2 blocks. They are slabs, so I don't think I could do too much more gradient. Could maybe do some bricks, crack bricks, I don't know. Anyway, but what it used to look like, we can go over here. Yeah. Just a little harsh. I think it's always been a little harsh. I can't remember what we decided when we actually made it, but it's kind of like the best we had at the time. But it's a little too, I don't know, like it's gouging you in the eyes a bit too much. Anyway, so yeah, I think the brown is very nice. And I like to hit them because of the sound they make. Anyway, that's less important. So I haven't changed out too much more of this flooring. I don't actually have a lot of andesite. All these blocks came around later, so they're not underground beneath our feet. We have to go somewhere to get them. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out. Let me empty my inventory. Well, inventory's clear. Guess we could make the storm go away. One of our original houses here. It's so plain. Love it. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get mud bricks, and I could have looked up a tutorial, and I probably should have looked up a tutorial. I made this monstrosity. It kind of works. I also did something, because we have this, what's it called? Quick ore processor? Something like that. The QOP. I tried to modify the QOP. You can see kind of, I put these dispensers here. Now it runs into a problem, which is probably going to be obvious, if not already obvious. I have no way of getting out the empty bottles. So it's not exactly, well, it kind of works. It's just not with 100%. So yeah, it's kind of like a random chance. And I think the randomness gets progressively worse as more and more empty bottles get introduced in here. Occasionally it'll shoot out the empty bottle. So I don't know exactly what percentage. I haven't done a big test or anything. So I figured, yeah, and then it throws everything all over the ground. So I would call it a pretty good success, just not, Probably not the way we want to mass produce it. But it allowed me to get a little bit. Yeah. So the way I did this, and this lever, hang on. I shall show you around. Okay. So I've kind of modified the redstone a little bit. So here we got water bottles, and they're being provided up top. I can show you that. Then I had to rework some of this to get the pistons, so I just snaked the wiring around to the side. It's very pretty. But yeah, I couldn't figure out a way to, like, drain these guys. I would need to have... The only way I could think of doing it would be to put 2 of them on this side, and then I could have droppers underneath that could filter out the glass bottles as long as we put... Let me see. As long as we put, like, one glass bottle in each slot. It would still be pretty manual. Maybe demo with 1. Still wouldn't be ideal. But let's say we, yeah, I got rid of that guy. Okay, and then we just put a hopper facing in no particular direction. Of course, there's that other hopper trying to feed into this, so we just have to do that and that. And then we could take out, you know, all but 1. And that would allow for a fair number of empty bottles to be able to be picked up and stored in here. Right? So 63 times 5, I'm not going to do the math. So this one would now no longer get, you know, it should always be successful. I lied. Oh, I think we ran out of bottles. Well, but otherwise, this line here, success. So that's an option. I chose not to do it just because I think it would look terrible. I mean, I'd have to bump this out a whole bunch. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Does make it less elegant. What that switch is for is to provide more water bottles. So it is a little clunky, which I kind of like. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not like a beautiful solution. It's just a solution. So in here, there's a dispenser, and we could put bottles, and there's a chest out here. Just so we can fill it up that way. That lever down there is what activates that. So my thought was we could, you know, when you want to use it, you call for some bottles. And that dispenser will fire. There's a little clock there. And then new water bottles should come down, assuming there's enough of them. Yeah, so now it's full. Now, you can't leave this on because it's... I could change the location for that, but currently it's butting this this piston. So if we start using it, it will mess up. Yeah, as soon as this wall fires, that guy stays out. So it's definitely not like a flawless system by any means. Also, you're gonna have to monitor it, or if you don't, it can most definitely just fill up. Now I could put maybe a safety switch on it, so while that clock is running, it will shut itself off as soon as this hopper gets full. That way we don't like overload the system. Or I could just control how many bottles are in the system such that it doesn't run out. I don't think there'd be a way to like get those empty bottles out of those hoppers and back up here, but maybe. Anyway, so that was attempt 1 to find a quick solution. Then I decided to just what would it take to make like just a dedicated thing. So here I got dirt and a shulker. So you could load up a shulker of dirt, and underneath here there's a, this will do the water, and over here is this thing. So the only problem with this is it needs to be fairly full of bottles. These bottles I actually took from over there. I just figured I'd manually load the system up. And I think I have this off at the moment, yeah. If I put this down there, then it'll run this tower thing. I didn't have any observers, so I did a really kind of crude item elevator using droppers. Doesn't work very well, and things get stuck. So I might fix that. But this is just a prototype. We might build it somewhere else. So yes, what you do is you take some dirt, and you put some dirt, and you hold your shovel, and you hold shift, and you can get close. And you press, and you dig. Now you can't hold both down, or it just does this. Maybe there's a way? Maybe with the right shovel? I tried using an iron shovel, thinking this is just way too fast. So instead what I do is I just take my time. And that is how I got mud. Yeah. So that's something I've been doing. I guess I got some extra bottles there from when I tried to do rapid fire. So, yeah. I said I didn't have any observers. So I went flying into the nether. Did some mining out there and picked up some quartz. So we got some quartz now. Pretty sure I have more than that. Don't know where I put it. No, that's just nether rack. Oh, there's all my mud bricks that I made. So I think we have enough for now to replace the old sidewalk. I'm confused. Yeah. I also made these. Just a couple auto smelter thingies, just very simple, just so I can no hurry. Also made some of these because I don't have any of these in my world. But yeah, I was making a lot of glass to make all those bottles, and it was getting kind of tedious doing it the old way. Although I do remember doing it this way for a long time, and you get kind of good at it. Yeah. But I needed some sand. Now I'm out of sand. I don't know if I need any more glass, but I am out of sand. So I was going to go get some more sand, but then my shovels were all broken. So then I had to go get XP. What I ended up doing was the quartz served both to mend all my tools and to gather things. And now I'm just, oh, there it is. It's in this white shulker that I didn't see. Ah, here we go. So with that, I made some observers. So maybe I can make a better I think you can make them out of observers now, right? Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. I don't necessarily know how. I think it's something like, no. Face him? Oh, this is going to be troublesome. I may cut. Like that? Yes. And then as simple as this. And maybe one more. If I can get the angle right. And I think you could just put a note block or something here. Okay. And then what I'll do is get rid of you. Take some of those out. Get the system running normally. So yeah, I used to have the redstone going down, so we don't need that anymore, but it does need to go over here. Hits that, oops, hits this block to fire both this one and that one. If we care about redstone. Okay. So let's see. Can we get this thing to work? And I think once we have enough bottles here, if I can get this thing completely filled to 64, then we shouldn't run into problems because it should just cycle itself around and always replace those 64 with more 64. Actually, we wouldn't need necessarily 64 in all of them. We'd need at minimum, I think, 64 in all of them, and then like 1 in the other one. And then as long as that always got replaced before it filled up with a bottle, maybe 2. I don't know. Anyway, not that important. Okay, so we got to fire this. What we could do is fire it off of this guy, which is a item filter. So if every time this fires, we need some more redstone. It sends a signal to that observer, and then it fires it. Would that work? Let's test. Now, I also feel like there's a much better way of doing this. I feel like this thing is unnecessarily big and bulky and huge. How do we know it's working? Let's see. Okay, so there's 1 missing. I have no idea if that fired. So I was tempted to look up some tutorials, and I may still do that. I have always enjoyed trying to figure it out myself. I have seen other people show things. I think a Cub fan I've watched. Oh, he's made one. I don't remember how he did it, but I feel like his would be much better than mine. Or smaller. Okay, so we're running out of bottles. So this is maybe not working. Well, let's test it manually. Maybe this doesn't turn off long enough to register. We should be able to put some bottles in the system manually. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, maybe that doesn't work. I see. Okay. Now, maybe? I don't need you there anymore, do I? No. Okay, so yeah, we don't want that. So let's grab some bottles and do something. Put them in here as if this happened. Now, normally it happened one at a time. So otherwise we need to make this a clock. I don't know. Anyway, let's just try it one last time and then let's leave it. Oh, look at this mess we made. Okay. How do we know? Oh, that sounded like something happened. Okay, so there's a water bottle there, and we'll put 4 in there. So if this works, it should replace. The idea is this always just replaces itself. And I think it's actually doing 2, which may not be good. Because then eventually, oh no, it did 1. Okay, let's try again. I think it's doing something wrong. It's powering that, which is powering this. So this is firing twice. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Anyway, let's move on. What I'm trying to do is get some like shulker boxes ready. Kind of why I went to go in the nether, which was mostly successful. I had to fly pretty far. My nether's pretty old. But yeah, maybe we can like make a redstone box with all these things. Probably get more of work our way to having a stack of everything in there at least. got a decent amount. But yeah, I didn't have any dispensers. I think I had 5. So I must have flew out there at some point to gather a little bit of quartz. I don't know when I did that. Well, we had that in the series, because there's quartz in that build. Yeah. Maybe observers weren't around? No, I don't think they were. But yeah, that's kind of what I've done. Something I'm thinking about doing is... I like these guys, by the way. Maybe we can, as you watch my brain just get distracted instantly. Swap that out for... because why not? Sure. That's significantly better, I guess. I don't know. This door hasn't worked in a long time. I would like to fix this door. I think it was a weird... I don't know what it was. It did a double thing, right? Like, did it? I don't know what it did. No, I guess it is just a 3x3 with an extra, oops, with an extra bit. That's a block replacer. Yeah, I think this was just here to try to maintain this wall, right? And I don't know. I don't remember what it used to look like. Might have to go look at an old video. But I was wondering if we used to have it activated by, like, we used to hide switches. Oops. Because you used to be able to, even though this stair is curvy, the hitbox wasn't. So depending how you placed it, you could actually, like, reach behind the block, and we'd activate a lever somewhere. That's how this door worked as well. This is our piston door. But I thought maybe we could instead put a shulker, or not a shulker, a skulk sensor, kind of down below. Had to move some redstone. But if we put it just precisely right below, and then put some wool around it, maybe waterlog it, then we could open this door simply by, like, walking in this very specific spot and jumping or something, or I don't know. Create some activation. Can decide what the key is with the shulker and a comparator, I think. Anyway, I have to give that more thought and be willing to fix this door, which I'm presently not. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. It might just be, I know there's some updates to redstone. Might have done it. Haven't tried. Don't want to try. Not yet. All right. So, I think that's about it. I don't know what else I did. I'm sure I did something. Otherwise, I've just been trying to get things ready. So I've put some things in shulker boxes. Oh, I did some more digging. Let's grab some rockets. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. I just started digging. I figured just start digging and see what happens. So I've dug, like, this is our tunnel for the beacons. Yeah. And I would like eventually get those hooked up and get all of them in place. So I'm pretty sure we have enough beacons. I think the limiting factor was iron. But essentially, this is kind of where the wall is of our village. That's kind of what this hole is. I kind of went to the corner and dug down. Whoa! Some great flying. I dug to the corner and then dug down and then found the other wall. So, ambitious plan would be to dig out the entire underground using the village wall as a perimeter. Now the wall is mostly... Oh no, it is. It is completely rectangular. I think the old wall wasn't, right? The old tree wall we used to have long time ago. I think it went weird, and I was still remembering that. So that could be the plan, and just have this whole thing to be some giant complex with underground stuff, and give us a lot of space underground to lag out the world, and puts things like this. Hello. Otherwise, yeah, I would like to get the villagers kind of going too. I was realizing I don't have any carrots, or not very many carrots. So I made use of this old farm and harvested the wheat and planted as many carrots as I thought I had. Although I think I just saw a chest with way more carrots in it. So I should probably go find those again and plant them. Where were those carrots? Did you see those carrots? I swear I just did. Was it down here? Yes. Let's just take all those and plant them and make more. I was hoping I could just do some natural population increasing. There's 2 people wandering around. Okay. A lot of unfinished rooms, but I did go down and place beds in all of them, hoping that that would be enough, that we could get at least as many villagers as there are beds. I don't know how that works. I also don't know where the villages are. They were here, right? I did see one walk down these stairs. Are you up here, sir? Hello? Your room's still here. It's looking nice. Very cozy, warm, and welcoming. Ah! There you are. And I think they just, like, took the trade from the workstations that happen to be in these rooms. But I think I did trade with them as well, because they are journeymen and experts. So I guess this is your room, Mr. TP4U, Midget X. Do you want to eat carrots? Okay. There should be one more leather worker. And when I was playing with this fountain, I wanted to make sure I didn't disrupt these blocks, because I don't think you can make them anymore. So I replaced some of this stuff. This used to all be cobblestone. Do you see him? Heard a door. Hi. Oh, I expect you. Are you a different guy? I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry. Here, do you want some carrots too? Now go find your friend and breed. If that's how that works. Alright, well, I could probably think of something else to do. Or say. You thought I forgot about this, didn't you? Kinda did. Or maybe you didn't. But... Alright, so I'm going to replant this, and then I'm probably going to quit the game. So that'll be it for the video. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. Have a good day.